Hey guys, this is YWeii here and welcome back to YWeii Games for more Summoners Wars video. And today we're gonna talk about guild siege strategy. So just to share with you guys how my guild plans out from start and all the way in between and of course towards the end. So the first thing is to put out the best defenses that we have or we think that it could work. So you just lay out everything under this HQ, just add in the formation, just throw it in, but throw in if you think that it's a strong mob. So don't put any second tier kind of thing. Put your first tier first. Always start out with first tier and you see how many combinations you can get out from the whole guild. So that is step 1. So step 2 is to lay out the defenses on the outer rim because they are gonna get hit first, right? So on the selection process, it's best to have guild leader or your vice guild leader to do the planning. So the first thing in selecting is to take out those that you think that it works, that is strong, that makes people think how to hit those towers. If you think that's strong, pull it out and put in particular tower 9, 10, and 11. That's for the I'll call it the net 5 towers or the 3-4 towers, and of course the net 4 will be put at tower 8 and 12. So how do you determine what formation is strong? Very simple, you just need 2 threats. If you don't see any 2 threats in that particular formation, then it's not strong enough. So things to look out for is to have armor break within that squad, cause the armor breaks will possess a potential chance for your mob to maybe one-shot it, or maybe with a lucky violent procs, it can snipe out one of your opponent's key mob, and that's it for them. So after you lay out, things will be much more clearer, and that's where you can start to move around between tower 9 and of course tower 5 and 6, which is the second line of defenses. So for my guild, what we do is that after layout, we see some similarities like common mobs, common net 5, common net force. Then we thought, hey, why not we create a theme tower? Theme as in THEME, theme. So that could possess a threat, because the main aim of a theme tower is such that you are deterring people from having that capability to solo the tower. I mean, that is possible because our guild is still within the range of G1 and sometimes facing G2 guilds. So we are trying to minimize that potential. So for example, tower 10 is what we call the Molong tower. All the available Molongs line up at this tower. You can see we have different variation. We have John, Perna Molong, we have Molong, Laika, Usa. We have Molong, Perna, and Harmonia. We have John, Molong, and Harmonia, and of course we have Molong, Rakan, and can't remember his name. So for one Molong is already giving headache to most of guilds in G1, cause the players are most likely to be ranging from F3 and sometimes all the way up to maybe C2. The median will be I'll guess it's around maybe C1. So having 5 Molong in one tower, we give our opponent to think. Since we are in Asia, when Guild Siege starts, our timing will be like what? 3 AM? Most of us will be still asleep. So we try to buy ourselves some time. So by the time we wake up at about 7 or on the way to work, we still have some towers left behind to generate some points. So base 10 is the Molong Tower. We have, of course, the Molong brother Feng Yan. This is a Feng Yan tower, same likewise as Molong. So for Feng Yan, people like to bulldozer or maybe copper. But how many bulldozer and copper do you have? And of course, most likely you'll only be one set. Maybe you can have set up for one bulldozer, or you have set up for one copper. So Feng Yan also possess that trait, and then we have enough Feng Yan to go around to form the base 11, the Feng Yan Tower. But of course, we have some twists to the story as well. So we have Feng Yan, Praha, Velaju. We have Feng Yan, Leo, and Amelia. We have Feng Yan, Velaju, and Camila. We have Feng Yan, Wusa, and Perna. And here's the twist: we have Kamun, Edna, and Thomas. So what happens if you can't tackle any of the, say, any of this Feng Yan? You'll see, okay, this is a common in G2 Guild Wars or even G3, the common setup. Kamun, Edna, Thomas. 2 threats. Threats from Thomas, threats from Edna. And of course, my guildie's Mayoyo here, he has quite a decent win rate for this comp. So, trap? Yup, so that's our setup. So that is for base 11. The other bases, we have another team bases that's on base 12. It's called the Cairo Tower. We have Kamun, Garo Iris. We have Garo Rakuni Orion. Kamun, Garo Jotan. Garo Rakuni Jubel. Kamun, Iris, Garo. Garo. So Garo Towers is also the same thing. Garo, everybody knows, is a very strong unit in a net 4 tower. Likewise, if you maybe can handle one, but of course when you have multiple Garos, you need a collaboration effort, team effort to take down the Garo. So that's also the reason why we have this Garo Tower. The other inner tower that we have is called the Thomas Tower. So we have different variants of Thomas. So after laying out the outer defense, the next is to plan for the second line, which is Tower 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you will want to put defenses, a mixture of I would say strong and average there. Cause the reason is that we want to keep some of the strong ones when we expand the towers. Else, if you play all your strongest defenses there, you will not be able to guard when you push it out, say beyond tower, the first line of tower 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you need that. So do take note that second line of defenses, just a mixture of average and one strong defense. I think that will do. So for tower 1, 2 and 3, I would usually say that will be a filler tower. So by all means use your creativity, and yeah, usually tower 1, 2 and 3 are not that important as far as I see. Right, so once we have done the placement of towers, we have to plan a bit on the offense. So how do we go about it? So just to clarify, our guild is in G1, and of course then we will usually pair against G1 and of course occasionally G2. So the first is take back the towers that has been lost, expand up to 14 and see how it goes. So for guild leader and vice guild leader, it's very important to know that you're able to do this thing called target. So what I mean by target, by pressing on to one of the tower until there's this target site mark appears, so that the rest of the guildies will be able to know what towers are we aiming for or taking back. That will be one way of coordinating if you guys are not using like maybe some messenger, line, WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord. So that will be a good way to communicating what towers to hit and make sure all guildies are in check what's going on. So we try our best to expand, and the max towers usually we expand is at 16 to 17, because we don't expand too far. We do not have enough strong defenses to stay out there to guard the tower, and if any towers get cut, you will lose your towers that's even further away, closest to the stronger defense that you have, which is being parked at tower 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So that's the reason we don't want to overexpand. Of course we do sometimes, at desperate moment we just go all out to expand, because our opens are way much ahead, so I have to chase up the points. So take note, every sword matters in Guild Siege. It's much more critical than Guild Wars. Why do I say that? Because if you put up a risky squad to go against your opponent team, and that potentially can be well positioned to go against another squad, which perhaps you can have a higher winning rate. So if you are not confident and situation doesn't push for it, don't gamble too much. So we also have our own strategy, what we call is sword dump. So what is sword dump? Basically mean to spend all your swords, and the timing we are looking at is about 1 hour before the end of the first half. That works for us because when second half starts, most of us are still in our la la land, and by the time we wake up at our normal hours, Guild Siege more or less is done with, and there's nothing we can do about. So why not just clear all your swords in first half? So that's the swords dump strategy, and if that works for you, you can try it. Alright, so that's it for today's video, and I hope that could help you in terms of planning out in Guild Siege, and perhaps some strategies you could pick up and apply to your guild as well. So if you have any strategies that works for you in your guild, or perhaps some setup that you use, do share with me in the comments below. So this is my guild, 8boss. We are in G1 global server, and if we get a chance to meet, game on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.